This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. I am your host and DM Johnny for episode 14 of the Aboo, the season finale. This is it. It is all coming to a close in this episode. We've got a lot to go over and a lot of stuff is going to happen in this episode. So let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it easy. We will be having a break and stay tuned afterwards, after everything is done, because I just want to say my thank yous and just, go over what 2020 has been so far. So before we jump into everything that is this last episode, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. You can also follow us on any app that plays a podcast, our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. We can find us on YouTube and our own Discord channel, which we'll have links for in every post you will find. Please don't forget to leave us a rating and review. It helps us out so much in those beloved algorithms for the podcast. But see you at the break. Enjoy this last final episode. It's such a good one, and I think you're going to have fun. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast, Season 6, the Aboo. We are in the temple of the Aboo Ixamet. We're in a volcano with a bunch of souls that are floating around. And last week we saw a fight with some fire newts that went very, very well. You fought them off. You discovered the reality engine and decided to contain instead of release all the souls out of the volcano. You went in.
But we did one, then the other.
Yes. You went and looked through various realities in the reality engine and saw different machinations or different yous in the multiverse. One where Yosef was murdered by his own cultists. One where Yosef murdered the universe. It's confusing. A lot going on. Like infinite possibilities. Literally anything can happen. And then you asked to take a look at Uncle Daddy, who, funny enough, that camera angle just showed you looking right into the same room you were, and he was standing right behind you. And then you decided to ask where Waywocket's uncle was, and sure enough, it was the small character in the leather outfit with the mechanical spider legs, also standing right next to him. You did some exposition, you did some background clearing up, and you're now outside the reality engine on the second level of the temple inside the volcano. What do you wish to do? Oh, and also off of one of the fire newts, which I forgot to mention in the intro, was you had a blue triangle crystal, kind of like a Kal-El, Jor-El, Fortress of Solitude long crystal thing in his possession, or in their possession, that you took a hold of.
Who took a hold of that crystal?
I think actually Waywocket has that crystal specifically.
Yes. Actually,
Other Waywocket.
Yeah,
Uncle Waywocket has that crystal.
So we have Uncle Daddy and Uncle Waywocket.
So many uncles.
I know.
Many uncles.
There's many men called Uncle.
Yeah, we could recall this season the men called Uncle.
Yeah.
So good.
So what do you wish to do now?
All right, let's leave this room be for now. Let's keep heading down into the fortress. Waywocket, you got that stone there. You think it opens the door probably on the west end?
I don't know. Maybe we can find out. I didn't get a chance to look, but it's possible. I mean, like, it looks key-like to me.
All right. I'll head over to the door on the west end and give it an inspection for traps.
Give me an investigation check, please.
It's a 14. Ugh, I rolled a 3.
It doesn't appear to be
Before.
trapped. It actually looks very clean. It looks like it's been used recently.
One of the more heavily attractive floors, maybe. All right. I'll cast Mage Hand and open the door.
It slides open very easily, and you see on the inside this blue kind of nebulous space. Oops, let me get my drawing freehand and draw you this room, which is triangle in shape.
A triangle room.
Boop. And as you walk in, you see just like little motes of light, almost like little stars just kind of hanging in the room. And as you walk in and you brush up against them, they actually give like little musical tones like bing, boom, boom. Like not a real pattern or chorus to them, but they just appear to give you like individual sounds as you bump into them. They don't fade. They just, you hit them, they give off a small little tone, and yeah. That's essentially it. But the angles are very sharp. It's like a very flat type of ceiling, and it's hard to make out what the stone is, but it just has like this nice blue atmosphere, like little motes of light just hanging in the air.
Yosef, what's this room called?
What is this room called? Myself.
You look up at the description in Ignan using your invocation, and it says teleportation or ascendance room.
Wait, were we already in this room?
No, this is a new room. The like triangle one that we're all in front of right here.
But didn't we go into an ascendance room, or am I thinking of something else?
Something like
It was that
Sorry, go ahead.
teleportation platform that
Okay.
I believe the phrase was, if you follow the path to enlightenment, you will ascend, or the path of enlightenment leads to ascendance.
Okay.
Well, you're standing outside the triangle room. What do you wish to do?
Can I put on my detect magic and see if I can see anything within before I step in?
Absolutely. So this room almost blinds you when you turn it on. It just lights up. It's got a bunch of divination magic, conjuration magic, and abjuration magic to it. So divination is like sensing things. Conjuration is either changing one thing from another or teleporting things, and abjuration is defensive and protective.
This room has a lot going on, guys. Like, you should be careful.
How do my power levels feel vis-a-vis all that containing and releasing souls we did?
They feel stabilized.
All right.
You don't feel like the tank is full, but you don't feel like it's leaking either.
Well, should we go in?
Gerlaxo says, well, I mean...
Oh yeah, I forgot Uncle Daddy was here.
Is the only one left to go into?
All right,
Let's
well,
go.
after you.
hold on one quick second. Waywalker, do you mind if I take a look at that crystal?
It's like, yeah, sure. And he hands it over to you. Amalika, this crystal glows with the same type of residual magic that the inside of that room has.
Whoa.
How heavy is the crystal?
Oh, it's nothing at all. It's barely weighs anything in your hand.
Well, that's good news because it's the mage hand will then grab it, which is invisible, so it's kind of levitating. And I'll move the crystal into the room while standing outside of it.
All right, you move the crystal into the room, and nothing happens.
Just trying it out. You never know. Sometimes things are pocket dimensions or extra dimensional. Just making sure nothing's exploding while we're inside of it. You know what I'm talking about, Uncle.
Which one are you talking about? Yeah, like which one? There's a couple of us now.
Okay, but
My uncle.
Uncle.
So
Thank you.
Don't think I'm completely bound to the nickname you've come up with me.
Listen.
But, are you related to Waywalker also? Are you actually related to Waywalker? Because, I don't know if I want to know.
Unfortunately, I am not. But
I also think that is unfortunate in some ways. In other ways, not at all.
Yeah, I think it's a blessing for you, to be honest.
But if you're going
Anyway.
to someone the name Uncle Daddy, then you might as well
Yeah, we need to kind of
be
told you
conscious
that.
of who you're talking to.
I can't be positive on who came up with that name or if I've ever used it diegetically, but you are looking very fine today.
Merci beaucoup.
All right, I will enter the room on that note.
Is he as attractive as Miles' neighbor?
I've never seen Miles'
Yeah.
neighbor, so I don't know. He's got to be dark purplish and have an eye patch.
Based on the drawings I've seen of Jarlaxle, my new neighbor could definitely play him in a movie version.
Nice.
Damn.
Just get him a fancy hat.
Really smitten with that neighbor.
Yeah, apparently.
So Waywalk, as you walk in, you have the crystal in your hand, and you see the motes of light begin to light up, and they begin to sing off like a dulcet tone, like boom, 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 and they all see them all coming down towards the crystal in your hand, and they all touch it and light up and get absorbed into it. And you see this crystal begin to glow brighter and brighter with each small mote of light that comes in and kind of making a choiry type of sound. And you see eventually that all the motes of light come focused into that crystal, and the crystal glows bright, bright white. And you see that there's nothing but kind of like this blackish, purplish void left, and it begins to swirl around with smoke as you see kind of like this whirlpool happen on the floor below you, and you feel kind of like a draw, like a pulling station pulling you down towards the floor a little bit.
Guys, the floor is maybe quicksand. You might want to get in here before, in case this turns into being a one-way trip.
Okay. I'll move in there.
I will do the same.
Boop. Wayrocket will move in as well. Carl will come in. We don't have an Uncle Daddy thing yet. I will find one. But as soon as you all step in, you feel kind of like the surge of power in your hand, Wayrocket, and then you just kind of let go as you feel the floor. You just feel kind of like drawn downwards, and the swirling whirlpool of smoke and space essence goes ripping around you as you kind of just blink, and then you find yourself again in a small triangle room, very much like the one you started off in, but it feels much, much warmer. Let's bring everybody over here.
Ooh, some pre-drawing.
I got prepared. So I'm going to need to pull all your tokens over there. And there's 1, 2, and... Anyways, you're all in that room, and it feels very, very hot coming through the door that is closed in front of you.
I relate to this strongly as someone who's currently very, very hot.
Yeah, it's very moist.
It's a very dry heat as well.
Oh, so sweaty. My tiny body. And I'll undo it yet another button, looking like very much Wayrocket's on vacation.
Can Amalika just throw up like some frostbite into the air to like make some like little ice shrapnel for her to rain down on us?
You actually try and do that with your cantrip, and you see that as soon as you summon it up, the heat almost melts it instantly. That doesn't actually have a substantial effect.
Oh, gross. Well, I don't like it in here.
Yeah, I guess we're closer to the epicenter. All right, let's get a move on.
Do you open the door?
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, you open that sucker up, and you see this bright, bubbling pool of lava, of magma, lying in front of you with some stones. Some solidified lava rock situated across from it. You can also see what appears to be a big, clear, black obsidian platform with an altar on it. And you can see you are at the almost the bottom of the caldera. You can see that little platform, that little island that's about 150 feet out with that big, brilliant beam of light coming off the top of it.
I'm striding purposefully towards the big beam of light. Anything that I can read around?
You'd have to do an acrobatics check to hop across the different stones to get onto the platform.
Yeah, there's like a flowing pool of lava in front of between those two things.
Think like that swamp from
Waits.
Or the floor is literally lava.
Yeah, the floor is literally lava.
All right.
Acrobatics.
Does it look tough?
It doesn't look tough. It just looks like it's going to require thought and effort to not dip your foot into boiling magma. Oh yeah, perfect. Yosef,
Good roll. Rolled a natural 17 because you got no dex.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're gonna be a new. There you go.
Oh hey, I just realized that my token's my picture now.
I just saw that too.
Yeah,
that both of ours are.
Yeah, dope.
I dragged you over. That's the new Yosef until I find what happened to your old token because I don't know what happened. But token or Yosef, pop, jumps over to the side, and as you look over Yosef, you can see 2 other doors across from the magma.
Oh jeez! Wait for me before you do anything stupid.
And still approaching the altar.
I'll try to cross myself. I rolled a 1.
Oh!
I rolled actually 2 1s on our system.
Ouch! And in the literal sense, ouch.
And it is it's still a 9, but it is a 1.
1 second.
Wait for me! I gotta get over there!
Yeah, I'm gonna come too because I don't trust you. No offense.
Waywalk it. As you go, you're too busy. You're too focused on what Yosef could possibly do at that altar. As you come skipping over it, and you actually slip, and your foot dips right into the magma. You take 21 points of fire damage as your foot dips.
Oh wait, I have regrets. I don't want to do that now. My athletics is at a -3, so like.
Oh, you are clumsy.
It's acrobatics, though, thankfully, but still, that's literally half my hit points. Oof.
Oh wait, I have a 3 in acrobatics, but I only have 20 hit points currently, so that seems like a hard pass. Can I try to roll and then just not?
No?
Can't you fly, Beth?
You can levitate yourself.
Levitate would work perfectly over top of that.
I can levitate? Wow. I should pay attention more to what I can actually do.
Remember when you lifted up that robot thing? That was levitated.
You 100% have levitate.
Okay, let's use levitate.
I think you could cast it once for free as well. As a first or second level spell, because of your racial feat, elf magic or whatever it's called.
Drow magic.
Drow magic, yeah.
All right. I'm going to cast levitate. Do I need to actually press it, or does it matter?
No, you need to. You just do it.
All right.
How does the shadow magic, or how does that shadow essence levitate you across this boiling magma?
Oh, it's going to be kind of like her actual shadow kind of lifts her up and like props her up, and the shadow itself kind of seemingly like mists her across, like just blows across the lava.
Very nice. I got a very Diablo 3 type of just like wafting down, just like black smoke and essence just kind of dissipate at your feet as you come down. You see Jarlaxle almost do like, he comes over and just does like front flip, and pop, lands perfectly on the other side. And Waywalk it actually has no problem as the spider legs just kind of like spider walk him across each stone very carefully, and tatat, lands on the other side. Almost showing off, if you will.
I am approaching the altar pretty much oblivious to all of this. What do I see?
So what you see, it looks very much like an altar, but instead of it, you've been so used to having stadium seating facing outwards towards the lava, and you'd almost reactively expect this to be facing inwards towards where that seating was before. But this is actually out, and as you look up, you can see behind you it's like echelon stadium seating where it kind of eases, it edges back on top of you. You can look back and you can see every seat and every bench has kind of a view down on this caldera. And as you go out, you actually you can see gases and winds and small vortexes of like the air that's being manipulated at the bottom of this volcano, which is now, you see that crust of broken lava has now, you see like shoots of gas shooting in the air, like suspending small bits of rock debris in the air. And you see it bouncing against a very similar to the effect you saw on the stadium seating above you, is kind of this wall of force in front of you. So you expect to feel heat and poisonous gases, but you don't at all.
Can I pass through the wall of force, or is it keeping me out?
It's like putting your hand up against like a plexiglass shield.
I'll approach while swigging a potion of healing, giving myself back 11 hit points.
Oh yeah.
What you got here, buddy?
Some sort of force field is stopping us from getting to the altar.
You can give me an investigation or arcana check for the altar itself.
I will do an arcana check.
I'll do an investigation check.
Ooh.
We're good at.
Can I also have this healing potion? I just realized I'm at like more than half of my... But I know I have one that I didn't use from last time, but it's not on my item list, and I don't remember what they do.
They're 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
And you guys should have about 3 or 4 of them each, I believe.
Yeah, I have one left now. I used one in the first season. That was my first time using one this season.
Yeah, if you just type in like /roll 2d4, it'll give you a number. So add 4 to that as well.
8 hit points?
Yeah. Oh, ouch.
Yeah, that's about average. That's a little bit low average, but it's not too bad. But this way, it could be worse.
Mhm.
True.
There could be ones. So, with your investigation roll for your arcana, Yosef, there's a magical effect there, but it doesn't quite make sense. And as you look down Waywalk, you notice this isn't really a religious type of altar. This is more of a practicality and function altar, and that it looks like this is like almost like a control panel where it's got a few buttons on it. It's got some things spelled out, and it looks like there's 2 blinking buttons and 1 big purple button in the middle. You get, with your investigation check, you get the feeling that you need those other two buttons to stop blinking before you could hit the middle one.
I think I've read about a device like this in one of my uncle's books. Based on what I'm seeing here, you gotta deactivate or activate these 2 buttons here before the main switch will go.
Yeah. I mean, you just want to be a little careful there, because let's be real about where we are. We're at the bottom of a volcano, and they're not the friendliest of places unless you're more suited to the habitat. So maybe let's think about what we want to do first before we lower the barrier that's protecting us from heat and poisonous gases and certain imminent death.
I'm with your uncle on that one.
Yeah, he didn't get to be alive for 220 years not thinking about things.
I mean, like, if I hadn't had that mess up on the cable, I would have been gone already.
Well, maybe take a quick snoopsies and see what else we got here.
You do see there are 2 closed doors across the lava.
Mm-hmm. And then to our stage right and left, there seems to be stairwells.
Those are stairwells going down to a platform that lead to they lead essentially to the magma pool, like the solidified over lava rocks.
Oh, okay. And we can like see that lower level from where we are.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's unobstructed. There's no like small little like any like build up. It's just like a flat platform. And with it, if it wasn't for the wall of force domed over top of you, you could start walking out towards that platform with the idol on it if you wanted.
Oh, got you. So those blue lines are indicating that kind of wall of force?
Correct, yes.
Gotcha, okay. Well, let's see if I've learned my lesson. I'll once again cast Mage Hand and use my bonus actions to control it and try to open this door right here.
Door in the middle?
Door in the middle, yeah. I don't know if you can see my
it easily
things.
Opens up. It actually pushes inwards. And you can see the room is dark. It's not illuminated at all. A bit of dust comes out of it. Other than that, that's all you can see.
Yeah, I'll see what half the room.
Yosef.
Is there any rocks or pebbles that we could grab on the ground?
Actually, this platform is immaculately clean. It's surprising how tip-top in shape it is. You'd expect, with the amount of magma that bubbles up, that just ash and carbon and like lava rock, which occasionally spill on, just like collect on the sides and the edges. Even the stones you stepped over look like they've been brushed off or cleaned off or smoothed over. Like they look almost Hollywood perfect.
This feels like a trap, like a little bit, right? Right, Waggett? Like, just like a bit.
I mean, I'm constantly thinking that everything's a trap, so couldn't help you there.
Okay, well, good talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab one of the pythons in my bag, out of my backpack, and ask Joseph, could you put a little light on this?
Yeah, no problem. I will like shine it on the python. Be like, oh, so nice and clean.
And I want to throw that python into the room to try to illuminate it.
You throw it into the room to illuminate it. It lands right about there. Bing.
Mm-hmm.
And just based on the angle of the room, you can see that it's gray slate rock. It's very smooth and chiseled out. It lands with an echoey kind of clank, kicks off some dust. You get the feeling that whatever's in there, it may be a very sparse room, but that's all you can see as far as right now.
Well, based on everything else, it's probably just a washroom or something. This place seems very practical. I'll go over to this side of the room and cast Mage Hand again and try to open this door.
As you open this door, it opens up and there's actually kind of like a yellowish glowy light. And you can actually see what appears to be two grips suspended in the air. Let me get my proper drawing tool there. Freehand. Almost like kind of like a weight machine, but they're just suspended in midair like that. And these two kind of handholds just have like a golden auriculum type of sheen to them. And it's a very empty spherical room. The floor isn't flat; it's rounded, so you'd actually have to like either do like a crawl up or like a jump up to get up there because these two handles are just like suspended in the air perfectly. There's maybe about 6 feet from either surface.
What is it, Waywalker? What do you think?
It's either a very trendy gym or something I don't know what it is.
Oh, also, again, good talk. Uncle Daddy, you got any thoughts for us here?
He says, well, let us look at the situation we are in. We are in a temple. We are in a place where worship is done. There have been practicing ceremonies here. And we appear to be at some type of altar at the base of a volcano. So, my guess would be, if I were to make such an educated guess, is that is probably part of some type of ceremony, some ritual, if you will.
Well, that's what the whole place is. Okay.
Not in agreement. So that is my guess, that it is something used for a ritual. I mean, the altar is faced out towards the lava, so it means to be. And he points out towards the little island, like the idol on the big beam of light coming out. My guess is, if everything is pointed in that direction, this probably has to do with getting to that.
And any thoughts on how to get to that?
Oh well, I mean, if we can figure out the way, and you see him tap on the that plexiglass sound of the wall of forest, like thunk thunk thunk. Like, if we can figure out the way to get by this, then all clear, if you don't mind crossing about the 150 feet worth of magma dangers.
I mean, I do mind, but I mean, we're here and we got to do it. So, okay, well, okay. Don't know if that helped. Don't know if it didn't help. Did it not help?
I would probably send in our most magically capable person to go inside and take a look. But it does not. I do not think it is trapped.
Okay.
Now, nothing here has been trapped. Everyone, whoever built this place really assumed that nobody outside would ever enter.
No one outside the cult, yeah.
No one outside the cult, yeah. And just the rubes.
As everybody's talking, I'm just going to go in the room.
Which one?
The one with like the shiny floors and stuff.
Right. Give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Every time you
because you got to cross the lava again to get there.
Oh my God!
Wow, another one.
The dice do not like us
We're not
today.
having good luck with this lava.
Nope.
Yeah. That's 2 1s.
Oh my goodness, that's Yosef. As you go skipping across, you actually sink like right up to your knee, and you take 24 points of fire damage as you just like sink your foot or your leg right into
Right up to his knees. He's an amputee now.
It's like psh, like it doesn't. It's definitely severely damaged, but you are inside the room.
All right, I'm going to pull myself out, and I guess I will swig one of my healing potions.
Right, roll 2d4, please, and add 4. 4 is 8.
That's not really.
You have 1 spell slot right now, I assume, Yosef?
No,
Well, you cast Arms of Hadar last fight.
but then we rested.
No, we haven't had a rest since that fight.
You haven't had a
Oh.
short rest yet, no.
So I've only got 2 spell slots?
Yeah, you're a warlock, man.
Yeah, you get all of them back after a short rest, but
Yeah.
you're a battery that runs out of charges really fast, but you recharge really fast as well.
Yeah, before we go into whatever room, we might want to have a siesta. But that's not quite now. We're still exploring.
I'll keep it how it is. So what do I see in this new room?
You see in this room, it's perfectly spherical. It's made out of some type of blue stone that you can't quite identify. But you see like these 2 just hand grips just hanging in midair magically, and you're not quite sure. They also appear to be just out of reach. You'd have to do some type of acrobatics check to kind of like parkour up the side of the wall, jump off, and grab onto the hand grips.
I will do just that.
All right, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Much better.
You are either rolling 1s or 17s on acrobatics.
All I've got in the tank.
Feeling that resurgence from the healing potion, you see Yosef jump off, do a backflip off the side of the wall, suddenly yells, "Parkour!" And then grabs onto both of the hand grips, and you see this beautiful golden light just come shining down on top of him as you feel this surge of energy inside you, Yosef. And as you look onto the altar, the rightmost button that was blinking goes solid.
Nice. Carl, go press that button.
All right. You see Carl go flying over. As you hit the button, you kind of hear like this like rumble as you see this almost like dispersal effect. Like you see like this wavery, shimmery energy as you see the force wall come collapsing down, and it hits the bottom, and then everyone feels that surge, that backdraft of heat just hits you right in the face as you see the winds of the bottom of the volcano begin to finally catch up with you. Your protection is now gone as you see clouds of ash and charcoal and lava rock just get blown at you. I need everyone to give me a constitution save except for Yosef. You're shielded from this.
Ooh. Do I just hit constitution?
Yes.
Well, there's the saving throws one, because I think you have proficiency in constitution saving throws.
Yeah, because you're a sorceress. 12
Yeah.
save. Waywalking. The heat just kind of like saps it out of you. The gas just kind of like wins you a bit, and you suffer 1 level of exhaustion, please.
Oh no! Oh, jeez, it is moist.
Last season it was too cold. This season it's too hot. Like it's like living in Canada.
Too hot, never too cold.
Uncle Waywalker and Uncle Daddy both make their successful saves. You also hear kind of like this roar as the wind just begins to echoing, almost like a scream. Any perception checks made for listening are going to be done at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Is this a persistent effect, or is this something that just happened?
Now that the wall of force is down, this is a persistent effect.
Oh my. No, but I mean sort of like the wave of energy. Like, did that happen as the wall came down, or is it happening all the time?
It seems to have stabilized now.
All right. I am going to, I'll drop down and release the handholds.
Yep, your handles.
Is everything still the same?
The button starts blinking again.
But
Is the wall, but the wall of force is down on that one side?
Yeah, the wall of force. No, the wall of force is down across the entire platform now.
Oh, okay. But
is there anything else in the blue room that is of interest?
It doesn't look like it, no.
All right, then I'm going to try to acrobatics my way back to the altar.
All right. Another acrobatics check, please.
I'm just checking to see if I have anything here that can like help with this. Not really. Okay, here I go. Better than last time.
Just there you go. You make it.
Oof.
As you go skipping across the two lava stones, pop, pop, and you land back on the side of the platform. But you expect to land with a bit of grace, but like that hot wind just hits you right in the face and the chest. I will also need a constitution check as you are now on the platform.
Is this a saving throw?
Saving throw, yes,
Yeah.
please. And you're good. You resist the effects of the heat and gas coming from the bottom of the caldera.
I will investigate the platform beyond where the force field was. What do I see?
You see 2 stairs down, going down to what appears to be a small little moon-shaped, crescent-shaped piece of lava that appears to be risen out of the magma. I can show you. Let me bring you down over there. Brap. And the 2 stairs down like that.
So is that little island just sort of floating in magma?
Yes. And it's also got the idol on it, and that big beam of light that comes off of it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Head
It's
down
the
the
idol.
stairs.
Yeah, I imagine we're all heading down the stairs now, following young
And not to scale, but
Yosef.
it is 150 feet away.
150 feet away.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just curious to see. Yeah, it's currently drawn as 80 feet away.
So the idol is within sight.
The very edge of our sight.
Should we like rest?
You wouldn't find any rest on the platform right now due to like the
Yeah.
The extreme heat, eh?
extreme heat and wind and gases that are just like constantly bombarding you.
Yeah, I think if we're going to figure out how to do this, we'd have to go to that little featureless room over there. It looked a little insulated. Oh, hot. Yeah, I meant like this room would be the one to rest. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
This room here.
So what's
Well, we got to figure out a way to get to that device. Yeah, maybe we should take a little break, have a meeting, and discuss how we're going to cross 150 feet of molten lava.
That's an excellent idea, my friend. Let's take a little break. We just, we're on the cusp a bit. Feeling good.
Where do you want to take your break? You can take it in the round room, the rectangle room, or the triangle room.
Which
Let's
room?
go with the one that involves the least amount of lava.
Yeah.
Well, they're all the same in lava-wise. I think the square room, because we haven't been in it yet. And
But question, and I'm asking this as myself and not Yosef. Could I use it seems like I could use Dimension Door to get to that platform,
Absolutely.
but not use it to get back.
You how many spell slots do you have left?
Just one.
Yeah, it'd be a one-way trip essentially at that point.
Right. So I'd need 2 doors to do it.
Yeah, but if
to
you
get
took a short rest, you'd get them back.
Yes.
All right.
Could we send Carl maybe?
Yeah, you can absolutely send Carl if you want.
yeah, well, let's discuss. Let's have a meeting to discuss who's getting there. And Carl's pretty small.
Yeah.
Don't want him
Do
to
we
get
think Carl would
fried.
be able to lift it?
You think Carl would be able to lift it? Yeah.
All right, well, let's discuss our options while we're in this room then.
All right. Everyone give me acrobatics checks except for Amalika because you have levitate on.
Okay.
Floating around.
How long is it last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I have a disadvantage on this check.
Amalika,
Does anybody...
you can burn sorcery points to cast the spell for free if you wish.
Is that true?
It's absolutely true.
Because levitate, she's casting as a racial ability or a feat racial ability. But I thought she could only cast darkness with sorcery points.
I believe if I may be corrected, but I believe that she gets the spells and she can use sorcery points to cast the spells as well. I believe the sorcery points on darkness is so she can see through the magical darkness herself.
That's actually we can double check the rules there. I mean, it's up to you as the GM, but I think that's an additional bonus of when you cast darkness using sorcery points. You can see through the magical darkness, but I'm pretty sure only darkness is the only cast spell that you can cast using sorcery points. And levitate you can cast using your regular spell slots as well, but you get that one free casting of it per day. But maybe while she's levitating, she can assist me in my acrobatics check.
I believe she learns the spell. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I would say that she learns the spell. She can cast it once per day for free, like not using a spell slot, but then can use her regular spell slots to also cast it.
Oh yeah, what's that saying? She could use her sorcery point to cast it without expending a spell slot as well.
I think in that case, actually, you have to cast it and then use sorcery points to buy a spell slot to replace that spell slot. Yeah,
essentially.
Yes. Okay. Then yes, that could happen.
So Malika, do you wish to cast Levitate on Waywocket or make that poor schmo jump across the lava himself?
Wait, I thought he just what? How am I supposed to get across otherwise? Wait, what?
You can still have it on yourself as well.
Oh, so we can both use it?
Yeah, like essentially you'd have to cast it as a second level spell, I believe, to get two people with it.
Yeah, might be actually just a third level spell. Looking at that, it is a
second level spell. Yeah, so it'd have to be a third level casting of it.
Actually, there is no casting it above.
Oh, for stuff like that, yeah, like that. I'm cool with like if you cast it at a higher level, you get bonus people with it.
Sure.
So it's got concentration on it as well, I believe.
Or do you think you could just carry me since you can concurrently levitate? What's your strength at, Mamalika?
Oh yeah, you could definitely.
Levitate is up to 500 pounds.
Yeah, you could easily carry Waywocket then.
Okay, so I'll just carry Waywocket and use levitate.
I'll get on your back. Pretty nice up here, actually. Seeing the world from your height is very different.
Yeah, but heat rises. Isn't it warmer?
It is a bit warmer, Waywocket.
I would imagine it's so hot you cannot tell the difference, but sure.
The air is actually starting to distort with those heat waves and heat lines.
There are advantages of being close to the ground, it's true.
You see Uncle Daddy and older Waywocket kind of spider climb and front flip their way into the square room as well. The only left is Yosef. I would need an acrobatics check, please. Oh no.
How'd it go?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
No, he can cure wounds himself.
That's true.
Yeah.
He got a 2 for listeners.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad roll, or it's a lowish roll. That is a 12 fire damage.
Sure.
You just kind of catch the top of your foot in the.
We're rolling like we did in the first season with like our fights.
All right. Yeah. When you come inside this room, you see again is gray slate, and at the far eastern side of the room, I'll just put a little north there. You see at the far eastern side of this room appears to be a big, massive black chain dangling from the wall, and it's got a hand grip on it as well.
Do we want to touch that?
I mean, it might activate the other button. Maybe that would help bring the idol closer.
All right, let's do it.
All right, what do you want to do with the handle attached to the chain?
All right, Carl, get close to that button again.
Like, okay, you see him zips and flies over in his oatmeal form. It actually smells like burnt oatmeal at this point.
Ew, I forgot he was oatmeal.
He's been cooking pretty well.
Oh no, poor Carl.
Well, hold on. Wait. Maybe he should come back here. We should just have a quick meeting and then see if this works. And if not, figure out solutions on how to cross that thing. Maybe that'll bring the idol close to us, but maybe also it'll trigger our doom. And I maybe need to catch my breath before it's doom time.
Understandably. Yeah, I'd like to take a rest because I'm still kind of dying.
All right, let's take a short rest. We'll take a real life rest, take a break, and come right back. And as the characters take a break in game, let's take a break in podcast and just catch you up on what's been going on. So we have 2 announcements to make. The first one is the episode after this one is going to be a roundtable. We do it every season where we just have all the players sit around and talk about our thoughts and feelings about what's going on. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID and everything like that, we didn't have time to get everyone a chance to ask questions of casts and DMs and everything like that. So we will be playing the episode the following week after this one. And if you wish to ask a question of the cast or myself or anyone else involved, go to the Discord, and we have a special channel for asking questions of the cast and crew of the Diecast Podcast. Ask your questions there. Maybe something's been asked or answered similarly on the roundtable. Head over there, find the links in this post or this tweet or this Facebook post, and you will find links to the Discord. And stop on by, say hello, join up. And if you have any pressing or urgent questions of the cast and crew, that is going to be the place to do it. Our second announcement, our very big announcement, is that we have a new show on the we have a new show in the works, and it's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to take place in this world, the Tarek Cinematic Universe. It is going to be the Tales from the Trollskull. So essentially, we're turning Trollskull Manor into an adventuring hub where new adventurers will come in and go out on their journeys across the Sword Coast, across Waterdeep, and anywhere else in the Forgotten Realms, maybe beyond. The format's going to be, we're going to take people who've never played D&D before and mix them with people who have played D&D before and make small little adventuring groups. We'll follow them around for a couple of weeks, follow like these little mini storylines, and then jump over to the next one, kind of just expanding and building on this world that we have going right now. And it's all going to be all their adventures are going to be based out of Trollskull Manor. So be ready for that as we are getting to get this thing off the ground very, very soon. And I'm really excited for it. I think you're going to like it a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Got some neat story ideas on the brew. As always, before we end the final break for the season, don't forget there's to stay tuned for afterwards for just a roundup, a thank you, everything like that for the season. But again, follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast, our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. And of course, you can find us on any app that plays a podcast. Also, you can find us on YouTube and our Discord channel. Please come and ask questions for the cast and crew for post roundtable or just post season wrap up for any questions that you may need or want answered. But I think that's it. I'll see you after everything is done. I hope you enjoy it. It's been one hell of a year. I'll see you after the season's done. We are back from our break and our in-character break as well, as you've all taken your short rest. You've healed up, spent some hit dice, spent some spells, and are in this weird slate gray stone room with the metal chain on the side of the wall with a handle on the side of it, with Carl perched over the altar. What do you
All right.
wish to do?
Well, I think if this doesn't work and doesn't bring the idol closer to us, I think we got two options, Joseph. Number one is this magical door you keep talking about that I don't even believe you can do, but okay. Or we can send good old Carl over there. Hopefully he has enough internal constitution to bring the idol all the way over here without dropping it in boiling hot lava. Although, actually, you know what? If that does happen, that might just solve all of our problems. So maybe Carl plan number one?
You do know, Joseph, you do know that from Carl's origins, he's actually immune to fire.
Oh, fun. Yeah, but what about this whole like dropping it in the lava thing? That would be bad.
That would be something you'll learn as it happens.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to losing this idol forever, to be honest.
You know what? I think Carl has risked enough for us.
And the
And
oatmeal
I
smells
can
burnt.
so do this dimensional door. Look, and I open the dimensional door.
All right. You open the dimensional door and you zip over towards the island. You see Joseph standing this cataclysmic beam of light. Joseph, you look down and you feel this heartbeat, this pulse, as like the gases and the winds and the dust swirls around you at the bottom of this volcano. As you see, I'm going to director mode move everybody down onto the platform at the so you can all see and watch what happens.
Uh-oh.
Guys, can you see me? It's me.
You can't even hear him due to the giant roar of the wind.
I'm waving and jumping.
He's essentially a shadow.
As if I'd gone through a door.
He's essentially a silhouette at this point. You can barely make it any details.
Oh, God.
Joseph, you feel this beat, this pulse, just kind of like pulse with you. You notice that the light is pulsing and flashing with you in a very slow, rhythmic way, as you hear just like inside, like just at the back of your skull, almost coming out from your very soul, this kind of deep gutter, like Boobash. As you see the alpha or the alpha symbol on the idol flare up, and the omega symbols on your body flare up in unison together. And it's essentially, it's on like a little lava stone platform, like a plinth. And it's essentially it looks like someone took like a clay humanoid shape. It doesn't have any features to it. It's got like a rounded head, body, like little cylinder arms, little cylinder legs. And it's about maybe like a foot in diameter. And it looks like it's been like a grade 1 pottery project that's just come out of the kiln.
Adorable. Did I make you?
Are you going to pick it up?
Yeah. Oh, it is the idol.
Yeah, it is the idol of that you've been searching for this entire time.
I will pick it up, but I'm going to actually try. Can I use Mage Hand to pick it up?
Sure.
So I don't like burn myself.
Yeah, you actually, it's not giving off any heat whatsoever. It feels cool to the touch, which is a stark contrast to like this swirling maelstrom of the inner workings of a volcano at the bottom. For Amalika, Yosef, Carl, and Uncle Waywocket and Uncle and Jarlaxle on the platform overlooking us, you can see that the stone and the crust over lava is starting to break up. And as you look down, it's almost like that scene out of Hercules where the lava isn't actually lava, but it's like a magma of souls of people like swirling around. And they seem to all be going in a direction now, all kind of creating a whirlpool.
This doesn't feel good.
No. All right, let's activate the device. Is that why?
Hello, little friend. It's me, your god. What do you have to say?
Boobash.
Yes, Boobash.
Give me an investigation check, Yosef.
Sure, why not? Oh shoot! I've lost my. I've become disconnected. There we go.
I thought you were going to say you lost your dice, and I was like, okay.
I lost my dice
Oh, well.
months ago. I've just been calling out numbers. Fortunately, I do it randomly. All right. I don't know. But in a different reality, I knew a lot.
You shake the idol around a bit. It sounds like there's like a glass container inside, and that's the best you can tell.
Is the source of power inside you? You're like a Matryoshka doll?
The only answer you hear back is Poobash.
Can I look in its mouth?
There is no mouth. It has no facial features to it whatsoever.
Oh, okay. Is there a way I can sort of like use my energy to like sort of sense something inside?
There's so much energy. It's kind of like you're overstimulated by it all right now. You're feeling all the godly energy around you right now. It's hard to differentiate or pinpoint one exact specific source right now.
Crazy.
And,
I'll summon Carlton.
As you look up, it's almost like that scene out of Twister where it's like this massive maelstrom of ash and dust and stone and rock. And as you look up, there's actually a perfectly blue sky above you, and like this eye of a small little tornado happening right now. And you
so I can see like right at the top of the volcano.
Yeah. You actually find it impossible to bring Carl to your side right now.
Oh, I can't. Am I cognizant of anybody else?
You can see silhouettes of Waywocket and Amalika and Jarlaxle and Waywocket's uncle and Carl far off in the distance. You can just make out broad shapes of who each person is, but that's the best you can do right now.
It's like us pacing back and forth, looking very distraught.
Yeah, what's going on the mainland? I'm not sure what to do.
Well, you've got the idol in your hands.
But it's not like giving me any indication of what I should do with it.
It's essentially got a big A on it and just says poo. It's just like almost calling to you like poo. Bosh.
Can I attempt to sort of like absorb its energy?
You try and absorb its energy, but it feels like there's something physically blocking your way.
Can I give it like a little crack on the side of the...
Oh, like absolutely. Like an Easter egg type of thing?
Yeah, I want to see if I can sort of like break open its little head.
You give it a crack and the clay around it crumbles almost immediately.
Ooh.
It breaks into tiny, minute pieces, and inside you're holding this glass mason jar with like a big flat cork on the top of it. And on the inside, it looks like almost as if someone had made dough to make bread, and it's like all balled up. It looks gray and old and stale, and you're kind of surprised by it. And then you notice that one tendril reaches up and sticks to the side of the jar, and then another tendril and it starts to roll up, and it's like almost like the jar is moving in your hands as this little ball of grayish material is just going thunk, 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 and it's even louder in your head now. Poo bosh.
What's going on back with you guys?
Okay, so he's 150 feet away at the edge of the
We're all having a collective panic attack.
Yeah, like, what's he doing? Carl, what's he saying?
He's like, I don't know, I can't like I've lost all connection with him. This is weird. And you see Jarlaxo kind of crosses his arms, looks down at the lava, looks up at kind of like this tornado that surrounded the island in the middle of the caldera, and he says, "You know, I've been alive a very long time, and I can tell you, this is not good. This is very bad."
You don't say.
All right. I think we have to activate the other device to get him back here. Or maybe that'll trigger everything. But other than that, we're just sitting on our thumbs doing nothing. But yeah, you said he's 150 feet away at the edge of the caldera thingy?
Correct, yes.
All right, that is just out of the range of message. Although I do know another spell. Ish. Okay. I'm gonna say, okay, so I imagine, so we're in terms of where we all are, we're all at like the top stage right now.
Mm-hmm. Or you're on the bottom stage, at the bottom of the stairs, watching the show.
All right. Carl, you fly in and activate the handhold in the square room, and I'll go to the main button.
Okay. You see him zip up, and he grabs on hold of the two handles, and you see the right button light up.
Oh, I wanted him to go to the other handhold in the square room.
Oh, okay, perfect. He's like, all right.
It's like in the square room, the other one.
Square room. I'm sorry. It's like, okay, it's like got the chain and the handle. It looks really heavy.
Pull it, buddy. Use all your flight.
All right, I'm going to get Carl to do a strength athletics check, which he most certainly does not have and has a -2 to.
Roll a 20.
You rolled it.
No, you're
rolled an 11.
You rolled a 13.
Or 13, sorry.
Yeah, I have with mine.
So he does not. He's like it's essentially he's like I'm not strong enough. I'm like I can barely lift this thing. Oh God! As he's barely got it up off the side of the wall.
Can I pull the other one?
Yeah, absolutely. You can levitate yourself up there. Actually, a levitate would be off now after your short rest because that'd take an hour.
Yeah.
So you'd have to cast.
But you can cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a level 2 spell. You got a lot of spells right now.
Wait, didn't I just cast it when we got? Oh wait, I don't know what time and
time is.
We just took an hour break before all this nonsense, so you have to cast.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast levitate to go over there and pull the. Wait, I'm in the square room, aren't I? Oh no, wait, we moved across.
Yeah. So, but you can easily levitate overwards, and I'll need a strength athletics check to pull that chain.
Oh, can I do?
It's a test of strength.
Can I?
Oh no!
It's a -2.
Oh my God!
You can't.
I didn't even know that was possible. I have gotten a negative roll.
You can't.
You roll the one.
I'm
Ooh.
weaker than Carl, who's literally crunchy oatmeal.
You're weaker than crunchy oatmeal. Burnt crunchy oatmeal. As you try and lift up the chain, you can't even get it off the side. This is a thick, dark metal chain, and it does not want to move. It looks like it's going to take some beef to lift this off.
Did someone say Uncle Daddy?
Is that he see him pop his head around the side through the door? Like you called mon cher?
We need your help. Use your muscles.
I will try my best then.
The part he was born to play.
Just getting his.
He's also gonna roll a 1. I know it.
Oh my god. Okay.
I see it in my mind's eye. I see how it's gonna happen.
Oh, he actually does have an athletic score though.
No, he's probably at least a neutral modifier, unlike Raybok. It's also -1.
Natural 19, baby.
Yeah, that's all right. Pretty good. Plus
Thank
6. Woo, he's got proficiencies.
You see him
Now
grab it,
you can actually.
and you see him begin to pull the chain, and you hear this deep metal grinding on stone. Like each link as it comes out just has weight and half behind, like ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. As you see him pull it, the chain actually brings him back to the doorway, and as soon as you see him get to the doorway, the left light stops blinking.
Perfect, Axel. But the left one stops. Oh yeah. So I'll push that button then.
You hit that left button, and you see this small little pathway, this little division happen at the bottom platform, and it's very much like Moses parting the Red Sea, except it's Waywocket parting the Magma Sea. As you see this path open up, and you see like a set of stairs that go down the lava to the very bottom. You see all these souls just kind of like flowing, waving by. Very Prince of Egypt type of, except more of a horrific experience, as it's all the souls of people who have died on this island swirling around. But this little narrow path that's about 5 feet wide has it open up between the bottom platform and the island that Yosef is up on.
So he has a path back now to the main stage.
Yep, and there is a middle button that is lit up and blinking blue quite brightly.
Okay. I guess from up here I'll yell. Oh, but so that light's blinking. I guess I'll try to push the blinking button now.
As you hit the blinking button, you feel the ground. Everyone feels the ground shudder as you see that middle pathway begin to rise up and forms a pathway that's perfectly level and even with the platform and the island that's 150 feet out.
He couldn't have just waited.
All right, let's get to him before he gets rid of all of reality.
Let's jump back to Yosef. Yosef, you've got a mason jar with like a doughy ball in it that's kind of like little venomy like tendrils trying to spring out and attach itself to the side of the jar. What are you going to do?
How big is this doughy ball?
It's maybe about the size of your fist balled up.
Does it seem to be like, is there anything I can sense about it? Can I communicate it? Do I recognize it?
Give me an insight check. I'll even give you advantage on this one.
All right. I am going to need it because I have been rolling poorly. And I keep losing my Yosef sheet. Here I am. All right. Oh
yeah, 15. You get the sense that this thing is trying to bond with you.
No, it's evil.
Do I see the path forming?
You can't. You can barely feel like the shake of the path coming up to you. You're
well,
almost,
my friend,
you're almost blind to it.
We meet at last. I'm going to pop the top off that jar.
No!
Yosef, you pop the top off, and it comes rolling out, and it comes up onto your hand, and you can see everywhere it touches you, it's leaving like this radiant, brilliant white light as it comes crawling up the side of your arm and up onto your shoulder and comes onto your neck, and then just kind of dissolves into your body as you see like these little veins of radiant light burst out. And you actually notice that your skin begins to flake off almost like a bad sunburn except that it's all kind of flaking off and rising up into the air and just floating off of your body, and then just kind of like burns up a little bit as you feel this immense change of energy inside your body, which we'll get to later. But first you hear this voice inside your head says, Yosef, you have successfully merged, fused your soul with the Puba Shabu.
I know, right? Thank you.
Is the time for reconciliation at hand?
I mean, ending the world, do we mean?
Do you wish to reset reality?
Ooh.
Oh no.
No, but Carl and friends and timeshares and concerts, baguettes, that little kid I can't remember the name of. There's so much to live for, Puba Shabu.
Do you deem this universe worth continuing, or give it another chance at a new future?
I mean, can we kind of put a pin in it in case the whole timeshare thing doesn't work out?
I am the Alpha. You are the Omega, the great ender of things. It is by your word that we reset or continue on this current path. What is your decision?
Is that the season cliffhanger?
I hope not.
Yeah. You're killing us. Like maybe literally.
Hello, it's me.
Hey!
Hi.
What a moment.
What a moment to disconnect, like classic
Literally
D&D.
destroyed.
Yeah, we were all just like, we were just like sitting here, like, wow, he's really taking a really hard minute. Like, oh my gosh.
No,
He really
I was making one of my big speeches.
Oh no!
Apparently to no one. All right, so at what point did you lose me?
It was
Like-
it was like, do you choose to continue on with this reality, or do you choose to reset it?
And then there was nothing.
And there was nothing.
Yeah, there was like a huge pause. I was like, I forget what I said.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Whoa, maybe I'll change my mind.
No.
Adam!
Who knows?
All right, so let's put us
Puba
back.
Shabu. When I first began this adventure, I was so certain that reality was ending, but I've discovered so much. Friends, suits, sex work, timeshare plans, and I mean, it hasn't been a perfect journey, but at the same time, so much has been accomplished, and we came up with so many slogans and printed so many leaflets. So let's put a pin in the whole reality ending plan. You know, that was yesterday. I have so much to teach you about life, but the first thing I have to teach you is this simple slogan: yesterday is gone, tomorrow is ahead. And I'm going to see if I can use my new powers to create like a big flash of light.
Yeah, absolutely. Kapoosh, kapoosh, kapoosh. And you hear inside your voice, the choice has been made. We will reconvene once more in a millennia, as you see this white light just finish washing over top of you, and you see that ash that's come off of you form a new little kind of like ball of dough as it begins to spin and spin and spin. You see it get black and heated from the friction before it goes shooting off into the air, off into the bright, into the beautiful blue sky, and you lose track of it as it makes kind of like a whistling sound. And you just kind of like tink, you lose it in the sun. And then everything calms down. The volcano settles, the gases and the winds die down. The chaos and tumultuous weather and wind effects and heat all die down. In fact, you notice that the lava on the volcano begins to solidify and cold over once more as you look back and you see the two very panicked faces of Waywocket and Amalika, and Carl kind of like pumping his arms in the air with Jarlaxle with his arms crossed and Waywocket with his arms crossed, kind of trying to figure out what just happened.
Yosef, are you okay?
Yes, and I've saved the day again.
Oh, boy.
Am I more powerful? Like, do I feel more
Actually,
powerful?
you come walking back and you notice actually that Yosef has wings behind him and they're not bat wings. You've actually discovered Yosef has changed. He's no longer a fallen Aasimar. He's now a guardian Aasimar.
Oh, sick! Although we'll have to reprint all those tunics we ordered.
Yeah, but I think this will be a more popular design. Less menacing for the parental types.
We were getting feedback that the cult was too menacing. I mean, this is really going to turn things around. I'm going to experiment. Can I pluck off one of my golden feathers?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Check it out, Carl. We could sell these for like 50 dragons apiece.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, and if like, 50. Come on, boss. You're lowballing yourself here. You saved all of reality. That's like 500 gold pieces from a feather of the guy who saved everybody. You don't get that 500 gold without this guy around.
And everyone who buys the feather gets to use it to come to the Golden Feather Lounge.
Ooh, I'm hearing like a VIP wristband situation right now.
Ooh, exactly.
I like it. You know, we saved reality and I'm glad, but I'm glad we're improving on it as well.
Oh, yeah. Onwards and upwards. Anyway, long story short, I met the Aboo. It asked me why if I wanted to end reality. I gave a lovely speech about friendship and empowerment, and then it flew away into the sun. So, adventure over?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we don't have any idols, so I don't think Mamaka is going to know anything about this. Hi, Jarlaxle!
Well, I'm not going to lie. My whole reason for being here was to steal the idol from you. And if you do not have it and it does not exist anymore, then there is no reason for me to be here.
How shocking.
Not even a late night drink at the newly christened Golden Feather Lounge?
Maybe later. I feel maybe my welcome would be a bit overstayed because...
You just told us you were going to rob us?
Yes, but also that I had a backup plan in case I ran into some difficulties. You see him take out a small gold coin purse and toss it to Uncle Waywocket. It's like, I'm sorry you could not achieve the idol, but I'll look you up in the future. As you see him begin to walk away, as he pulls out a small little pen and draws a door in the air. He says, I'm going back to the beach. If you wish to join me, you can come along. But I do believe you left some of your followers at the front door. You know what? I got a couple of charges left. We can do a couple of trips.
Yeah, I'm into that. What about you guys?
Oh, I forgot all about legs.
And scabs and...
How could you forget about legs? Well, Scabs is already back at the base. Good news. I mean, hopefully he got back safely. We felt terrible something happened to Scabs.
Not scabs.
He opens the crudely drawn door, and it's like very much just like, kind of like breaking apart in reality as you see your followers kind of go like, "What? Like how? What is happening? How is this magic happening? Is this portal magic happening?" As you all walk through nonchalantly, as they all look, he says, "These are your followers, I assume. Is this all of them? Is they all here?" And you give a once over to the camp. Camp looks well run. The logos are still well in effect on display from Garrod's. And he says, well, without further ado, I can bring you back down to the beach. I can get on my boat and you can do your weird fireplace thing.
Look, followers, I conquered the volcano and I'm even more gorgeous. So, mission accomplished. Thanks, everyone. And if anyone doubted me or thought this mission was going to be a disaster, I forgive you.
You see everyone's, Yosef's new appearance has them awestruck. He still has like the same facial features, but he's just emitting this radiant divine light off of him that just seems to have caught everybody off guard. They're kind of slack-jawed and wide-eyed and just caught in wonderment.
Gorgeous, huh? And now I can read books without a torch.
Yeah, that'll be very useful. You'll save a whole lot of money on lamp oil.
It's like, so to the beach then?
Let's do it.
You see him again draw that same oddly shaped, almost Beetlejuice-y type of door in the air. He turns the knob and it's almost like walking right back. Well, it is exactly walking right back onto the mud is dried up a bit, so it's not kind of like that slurpy, sloppy getting into your boot heels. As you walk in, you see that broken off little part of the Trollskull Manor waiting for you. As you see Waywocket and Jarlaxle standing there with you, kind of just like looking around, going a little disappointed, not how they thought it would go. But they say, you see Jarlaxle say, "Well, mes amis, I believe this is where we part ways once more. Unfortunately, you got the best of me this time, but next time, I think I will come out on top."
You want to fight with us?
Oh, no, I do not want to fight with you, but if you get in my way, I will push you to the side.
Fair enough. I mean, at least you're being honest this time.
Hey, Jarlaxle, before you go, I mean, there's still sort of the lingering question of what Amelika's mom wanted with the island.
Wait, he doesn't know that.
Oh, he doesn't know it.
Well, I know now. I had my suspicions, but I do know now.
What?
Her whole existence was a secret to Jarlaxle. It was a whole thing that we were keeping up the entire season. But I also literally just ruined that a second ago as well. So don't feel bad.
I thought he was working with her. I lost track of all this.
The plots and the plots.
Yeah. You see him kind of take off his hat and dust it off a little bit before he readjusted his brilliant red plume feather, kind of catching the wind. He says, I was never quite sure if Amalia had truly died. She is smart, she is crafty, she is resourceful, and she is exceptionally tough to kill. You see him kind of take that...
Oh, sounds like a story there.
You see him take a deep breath and says, "But I guess now is as good as time to any." And you see kind of like for the first time that cool, suave demeanor kind of fades a little bit. "Amalika, I am the one who killed your parents."
Amalika's just kind of like stunned. Like she's just staring and kind of doing like, it's neutral, but like also a little bit of like a deep frowny kind of just like, she doesn't really know how to react.
You killed your own brother?
They were young. They got in my way. They're the best at what they did, and they were hurting business, so I had to get rid of them. And had you killed two people who are almost impossible to kill,
And then blame it on that dwarf, that poor guy!
You aim it at their kids, the people you can kill. So I gave them a choice. I said, either I kill your daughter, or we find a way to kill you. And they chose themselves.
So you were going to kill me?
Oh, we.
Wow. Well, this puts a damper on our relationship, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're really taking the glamour off this whole charming, nefarious figure in our lives.
So then why were you helping us, like, last season?
He says, well, I never had confirmation your mother was back, but now that I know that she is still alive.
So you were just using me? So, like, nothing you said actually was true?
Bien sûr. I am a thief. I am a scoundrel. I am a leader.
I mean, those are very light words that I personally wouldn't use. Like, the ones I would use are, like, not so, what a scamp. Like, they're ruder. A lot ruder.
You have a flashback, almost like a Kaiser Soze type of flashback of everybody you've ever encountered talking about Jarlaxle of, do not trust this man. This man is evil. This man is a murderer. This man only looks out for himself and puts himself above everyone else.
This flashback sounds a lot like John telling us this.
Yeah. And like Amalika's gonna get real sassy at this flashback. Like, hello, have I trusted any of these like relatives in my life? I think not. So like I'm, like the theme of like everything for Amalika has been therapy, and like I'm gonna need so much therapy. So much.
It's a good thing that we've encountered all these gems to pay for all your therapy.
Truly. Hang on a second. There's a giant bug.
You say
That's real. That's real.
you see Jarlaxle put his hat back on and slightly tips it to you. He's like, well, you are mighty, mighty adventurers. And I do know that we will see each other again in the future. What happens after
Well,
that?
I'm going to think up some much ruder words to tell you between now and then, and you will rue the day, sir.
Say, I look forward to it. As you see him turn his back, his shoulder cape just kind of catches in the beach wind as he begins to whistle as he walks back, hand in pockets, towards his boat, the Eye Catcher.
So, just between us three, the next time we see that guy, we kill him?
Yeah, like, definitely. Like, he is going to kill us for sure if we don't.
Yeah, good to know. Just, well,
I had a flashback, and it meant business, Miles. / White Walker.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, if we're committing additional familial violence, that we should just get on the same page early.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of Uncle, so you and Jarlaxle go back, huh?
Well, I mean, rogues of a feather flock together. I mean, he offered a job, I needed money, and I took it. I didn't get paid the full amount, but this covered at least my losses and some extra. Speaking of which, do you have a ride home? I'm kind of stuck. I was expecting to go back on his boat, and it did seem like a good time to interrupt and ask if I could get a ride home with him.
On one condition, otherwise you're living on this horrifying death trap island until...
Wait, no, we're at... Aren't we at Trollskull?
No, you're at the fireplace on the island still.
Oh, I thought you said we were at Trollskull. Sorry. Okay,
No.
carry on.
When we get back, will you clean up the little matter of your identity theft?
I 100% will. I feel solely responsible for this, and you can count on me. I will take care of it.
I rolled insight instantly on that. I rolled a 19, so it's 27.
He rolled a 26. You know your family, you know yourself a little bit, you know inflections in speech. He's not telling the truth at all. He is. If truth were a birthday cake, it is gone and spoiled at this point. It is crusty and moldy at this point.
He's ruining birthday cake.
Uncle, please, come on. It's me, White Walker. I patterned my whole life after you. You can't do me like that.
You mistake me for a villain. I'm not. I try my very best to make the world a better place for everybody. You're right. It's going to take longer than anticipated, but I will try and clean up my act.
We're here to help you, Uncle. I'm not going to throw you out, but you got to get me out of this, and I'll do my best to help you, but I can't have you ruining what I've built.
Okay, I'll get you. I will make this way walk it guarantee. You see him take off his glove and his wrinkly old gnome hand. His hands are shaking. Way walk it guarantee. I will get you out of this.
I'll roll another insight. That one's not as good. It's 19 total.
he does seem legit and sincere about getting you out of this patch of trouble. Maybe not future patches of trouble down the road, but at least the one you're currently in, he's gonna try and get you out of it.
Sounds good.
And then they do the secret Sprocket family handshake, which has been passed down through the Sprocket line. There's a couple of clicks and whistles. And it ends with them doing finger guns at each other.
Hey. So, but so that ride home, I can get that, right?
Sit by the fire here, and let's burn this star chart and get the heck off this dome. Although there is a little matter of what we're gonna do with legs and Harley and scars over here. What's next for the cult, Yosef?
Well, I think we've got to head back to Waterdeep. Maybe do some groundwork with the cultists here, get everything set up, head back to Waterdeep, and announce my great golden triumph.
You do have star charts. You can get there and back real easily.
All right, well, you should put at least somebody in provisional charge.
Oh, and you did see that the rest of your followers did successfully make it back through the jungle through my...
Nice.
Everyone rolled exceptionally goddamn well on survival checks in that jungle. It's supposed to be a big, scary jungle, and everyone's rolling 15s and 18s on their survival checks. Come on. People.
Yeah. There was like one survival check we flubbed, but other than that...
It's supposed to be a much more dangerous jungle.
Yeah, which is, considering our top survival score was 2, it was very lucky.
The followers had a 0.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was impeccable rolling.
Hey there, Scabs! How's it going?
If Scabs is in fact close by.
Yeah, he sounds like, oh, it's great. We made it back, no problems. Surprisingly, everyone says that jungle is scary and dangerous, and it's not. We made it back just fine.
That's great. Your fearless leader and me and Amalika are just gonna take a quick stop back home to resupply, take a clean bath, and we'll be back here to provide additional wisdom and guidance.
And I say in a lower voice to Amalika and
Joseph, and we gotta get back to that room that can spy on anybody. We can't leave that just lying there.
No, we cannot.
You hear Crossy, you said the quiet part out loud again.
Anyway, any last words for your followers before we head home, Joseph?
Everyone stay well, prepare the island for the arrival of further followers. Check out the wings, tell your friends, life is worth living. Once again, I've saved the world.
Yesterday is gone, tomorrow is ahead.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Carl.
Right, are you ready to transport back to Waterdeep?
God, yes.
Yay.
yeah, let's put this star chart in here.
You light the fire, you set the star chart aflame, you see this purplish, sparkly smoke come out of the top of the smokestack, and all of a sudden you feel the waves of reality, the air pressure changes, and all of a sudden you're back in a much more coolish summertime environment of Waterdeep. You're surrounded by wood and roofs, and you see the condensation of the humidity just kind of drop to the floor, makes like the wooden floor a little bit wet as you open up the door, and you can see almost in like that slow-mo walking back into a bar, Alvin sending drinks across. The cultists are everywhere and cheersing, and as soon as you see kind of like a plate of like charcuterie floating across the hall, you can see Martem and Hadar and Harko are actually like either cooking or serving or doing some type of various other work in the tavern, in the manor. As you see them all kind of turn at the same time and be like slow-mo, like, "Hey, you've come back. You look a little ragged. You look a little worse for wear." But immediately you see drinks start either levitating or being thrown at you, or various food, as you seems to be this revelry and cheer to welcome you back to Trollskull Manor. As it's only been a couple of days, but it feels like it's been about 6 months since we last saw them.
We have really long days.
It's the longest days of all. As the party seems like it's a good old-fashioned, and the locals come in from around Trollskull Manor, as it feels like a sense of home and community as you drink and celebrate into the night. Amalika, the one thing you do notice up in the corner near the chalkboard of the prices and specials and modified drinks are 3 little silver spiders, and you see them trailing out some silvery silk, as it looks like they're starting to spell out a message that's going to be readable the next morning. And you definitely know it's from your mother. And that is where we're going to leave season 6.
Oh no, Spaghetti!
That's it, everybody. Thanks for playing season 6 Dungeons and Dragons.
We did it.
We really did.
Yeah. What a year.
What a crazy season.
And that is it. The world is still safe for now. We'll see what happens with any cults down the road. But what a season. What a year. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody listening. Thank you if you're a new listener or if you've been with us for a couple of seasons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been just a year that's I don't think anyone could have seen coming. So thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything. This wouldn't happen without you, and we are still amazed that you find these stories entertaining. So just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And to my castmates, Adam, Miles, Steph, this has been the most challenging year, technically, emotionally, psychologically. This has been, it set a new bar in challenges that people have to face. And I would not have been able to do any of this if it wasn't for them. So Adam, Miles, Steph, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being emotional support. Thank you for being a kick in the butt. And just thank you for being all around good people and caring about the planet around you and the people around you. It has been just absolutely wild. And just from a personal note, a big thank you to my wife, Lindsay, who has seen me through all of 2020. And this has been a challenging year. It has been a year that was going to be full of optimism and new beginnings and new things to do. And then COVID hit and boom, it all came crashing down. And I've spent a lot of time inside. So it got a little hard, and I was able to focus on this podcast because I now all of a sudden had to learn how to do everything remotely, record new things, use new editing techniques, because we now have the room spaces of 4 or 5 different places all combining into one. And it was challenging. It was tough. It was hard. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned a lot from them. So the silver lining is hopefully this podcast becomes better because of it. But I think that's just about it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And if you're out there and you want to play some D&D, do it. Now is the best time to reach out to friends, reach out to family, and say, hey, let's hang out together and have some crazy, wild adventures. So that's the end of season 6. Season 7 is already being worked on. Tales from Trollskull is getting very close to getting this thing launched off the ground. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So just last things I want to say for season 6 is 1, thank you. 2, don't forget to wear a mask, wash your hands, and check in on the people that you love, and just check in on a friend, just see how they're doing, because this is the year to do it. Thank you, everybody. Stay happy, stay safe. I love you all, and we will see you very, very soon.